Why on earth do you wiggle your hand at people like an idiot? You just did that today, probably multiple times. You raised your hand, moved it slightly from side to side, maybe smiled, and the other person understood you completely. Now, here's the question nobody asks because it seems too obvious. Why? Why does that specific gesture, hand up, wiggle side to side, mean hello? Who decided that? And when? And how does every single human on the planet already know it? Including people who've never met, who speak completely different languages, and who live on opposite sides of the earth. Let me tell you the story of the wave. And it goes back further than civilization itself. It involves Roman soldiers, terrified medieval peasants, jousting knights in full armor, and the single most important unspoken rule in human history. And it starts not with a hello, it starts with a weapon. Ancient humans are here. They're walking around trying not to get eaten, and they have a problem. Other humans. Specifically, is that other human about to kill me or nah? Because here's the thing about ancient human life. You didn't know everyone. Most people you encountered were strangers. And strangers were dangerous. A stranger could be from a rival group. A stranger could want your food, your fire, your territory. A stranger approaching you was basically a pop quiz with a life or death grade. You had about 3 seconds to decide, threat or no threat. So humans developed signals, fast, readable, instinctive signals to communicate intent before anyone got close enough to make things messy. And the most important signal of all was the hand.
Hello, motherfucker.
Specifically, an open, empty hand raised and visible. No weapon. See? Empty. I'm not holding a spear. I'm not reaching for a knife. And something in the other person's brain, something ancient, immediately goes, oh, it's empty, so we're fine. That's it. So you've never been waving hello. You've actually been showing strangers that you're unarmed.
Everybody put your hands in the air.
You've just been doing it so long that it turned into a greeting. I guess that explains the raised hand, but it does not explain the wiggle. Because why on earth do we wiggle our hands like idiots? Why not just hold the hand up and leave it there, like the ancients? Now it's my time to say you must subscribe if you want the answer, and don't if you're fine going through life wiggling your hand at people as an idiot. So why do we wiggle? For that, we have to go to Rome. Because of course we do. Everything leads to Rome. Roman soldiers had a formal raised hand salute, stiff, rigid, military. We conquered half the known world, and we'd like you to know that about it. Very Roman. But regular Romans, you know, the non-conquering, just trying to buy olives variety, yeah, those Romans also exist, started doing something different when greeting people across the street. They'd raise the hand and rotate it. Palm forward, then palm back, then palm forward again and again. It's the look, front and back, nothing here. Fully unarmed, I am a normal person, please stop being suspicious of me. The turning, the rotation, that's the ancient wiggle. That's where the wave stops being a static signal and starts being an actual gesture. And then the Roman Empire fell, as it does. And medieval Europe picked up the pieces and immediately made everything more dramatic. Knights, full armor, visors down, riding toward each other on a road in the middle of nowhere. Here's the problem with two fully armored knights approaching each other. You have absolutely no idea if they want to shake your hand or remove your head. You cannot see their face. You cannot read their expressions. You cannot tell who they are. They are a metal human on a horse, and that is genuinely all the information you have. Great system. Really well thought out. So knights developed a specific move. As they approached someone non-hostile, they would reach up, grab the visor, and lift it. Up and away. Showing their actual human face, saying, it's me. I have eyes and a nose, and I'm not currently planning anything violent. We're fine, right? Over time, this motion, reach up, lift, reveal became a greeting ritual even without the helmet.
Like you could, G.
The hand would go up toward the forehead anyway. Lift away, open outward. A symbolic visor raise with no visor to raise. You know this gesture. You've seen it your entire life. It became the military salute. It became tipping a hat. And in its most casual, abbreviated, anybody can do it in a grocery store parking lot version, it's the wave. Now here's where it gets really weird, or interesting. Up to you. Because everything so far explains why Europeans wave. But this isn't a European thing. It's everywhere. Every culture, every continent. Indigenous communities in the Amazon wave. Remote tribes in Papua New Guinea wave. And isolated island communities in the Pacific that had zero contact with the outside world for thousands of years. Can you guess? They wave. Did the Romans get to Papua New Guinea? No. Did medieval knights show up in the Amazon? Absolutely not. Could you imagine? So why is everyone doing the same thing? Because the open empty hand as a signal of non-aggression isn't something one civilization invented and exported to everyone else like spices or bad ideas. It's biological. It's hardwired. It's something every human brain already knows how to read because every human brain was built in the same dangerous world where an open hand meant safety and a closed fist meant run. The wave didn't need to spread. It was already everywhere. Every human civilization looked at the same problem. How do I tell a stranger I'm not going to hurt them? And arrived at the exact same answer. We're all, always, just showing each other our empty hands. That's actually unexpectedly beautiful, and you're not allowed to think about it too hard or you'll get emotional in my comment section. But wait, because there's more. And this is the part that actually broke my brain a little. Did you know that babies wave? Not because someone sat them down and explained the complex socio-historical origins of non-threatening hand gestures I just did. And no, not because they watched a tutorial on YouTube. Babies as young as 8 to 10 months old just start waving. I guess you can say the software comes pre-installed. And before they even wave themselves, they respond to waves. A complete stranger waves at a baby, and the baby, who has never been formally introduced to the concept of waving, immediately relaxes. Instantly. And if that's not enough, even blind children wave. Children who are born blind and have literally never seen another human perform the gesture still develop waving behavior on their own during social interactions. So the next time you wave at someone, just know that you are executing an ancient threat detection subroutine that was installed in your brain before you were born, that every human on Earth shares, that predates language and civilization and pretty much everything. And that a 10-month-old baby and a Papua New Guinea tribesman and a medieval French knight and you in a Target parking lot all do the exact same way.
Nice.
That's either the most connecting thing about humanity or the most humbling, depending on your mood. And yeah, you really needed to watch this 10-minute video to know all of this. So remember, language is weird, gestures are ancient, and history is messy. And you've been showing people your empty hands your entire life, I guess.